Welcome to Catch My Point. Really, this is a prayer I need to have for tomorrow's game. I need to be calm and ensure that India actually gets through tomorrow in the World Cup against Australia. They are perennial opponents. The minute they've seen them, something just changes. In bilaterals, they are fine. In other times that they meet them, they seem to be okay, even in test matches. But come World Cup, India is totally jinxed. They did beat them once in Australia in the league phase, but then failed to beat them in the finals at MCG. This is, however, a crucial encounter for India. Australia has been on a 14-match winning streak in the World Cup. Now, that's a fantastic record to have. Not easy, but I think we expect nothing less than that from Australia. India, however, have had a hot and cold kind of a series up to now, World Cup until now. New Zealand, the way they started against New Zealand, not the greatest. Against Pakistan, there were a lot of people who said they should have tried harder, better. We never know what actual ground conditions were. I was one of them who said it as well. But then they came all guns blazing against Sri Lanka and did brilliantly well to get to their largest margin of victory in T20 games. Australia are coming from a fantastic tournament. In fact, the last match that they played against Pakistan, they just demolished Pakistan. And this is despite them having some unfortunate injuries. Tyler Vlamic has been very unfortunate indeed. A dislocated shoulder this time. Every time she makes a comeback, there is a setback. How can one not feel bad for her? But Alyssa Healy, who's been the kind of thorn for India, is also down with a foot injury. She looked in quite a bit of agony yesterday, and quite honestly, she makes for an excellent opponent. So one of the things as a cricket lover, I'd like to see her on the field, giving it her all against India as well. But if that's the case, if she doesn't play, then let's look at the possibility. Nothing really changes for Australia. Remember we said earlier, the Australian batting lineup seems to be giving more. Beth Mooney, who's been the highest run getter leading up to the World Cup, has continued her rich vein of form. Imagine somebody like Italia Megra was actually second in the list up until the World Cup in terms of number of runs scored. Is coming into bat every now and then at number 7 and number 8. That's like fantastic. Look at this batting lineup. So even if Healy does go out and Mooney has to don the gloves, they have people coming in. Grace Harris is out, hopefully her injury is better. And if she does, and she did play, they said she didn't score. Imagine if Grace Harris starts to score, then the Healy effect could be nullified. Wareham has also been pushed to the top. She's also been scoring runs. Ash Gardner has been scoring runs. Who hasn't been scoring runs? Actually, nobody. Everybody has managed. And even when they had to bat, when they were 8 down, it was more because they were going after the shots against New Zealand. And then they won that match very comfortably. Now let's get to India a little. Harman's form is back, and that will be good signs. She is the one person who actually sees Australia and does well. Smriti Mandhana is also looking like she's getting back her silken touch. A little concern still for me is with Shefali Verma, who probably can bat a little more aggressively. I think she should be the risk taker. And if they've settled with the number 3 in Harmanpreet Kaur and they're going to go with her, then she needs to be the person who takes this innings through like she did against Sri Lanka, with Jemimah coming in and doing her usual quick runs and keeping the momentum going. I see that Deepti Sharma is very often padded up ahead of her Sachina. I would still feel, because Richa has not been getting runs, let Sajna in maybe a little earlier, then Richa and then followed by Deepti. could do well.
The last game, Shriyanka Patil opened the bowling for India as opposed to a Deepthi, which I think was a brilliant move. She was able to spin the ball away from the left-hander. She was able to get some drift going in, and her change in speed and the use of crease. I've spoken about it so much. I think she's extremely smart as a bowler. The other bowler who could prove to be a handful for Australia, in my personal opinion, is Sajana, purely because there is not too much of her bowling that is there available on the international front, which means as far as video analysts go, there'll be too very little for them to decipher. These factors, as small as they are usually very, very crucial in picking you that small wickets, important wickets here and there. This is just my suggestion, and I hope it comes through. Here's wishing India and Australia a very, very good game. And I'm here holding my breath and in a sense of peaceful mode, hoping that India comes through. See you soon. And if you like what you hear, do like, share, and subscribe to Coach Aarti.